Back together, Little People's Amy Roloff makes shocking business decision with ex-husband Matt, despite nasty feud over $4 million family farm. Hi dear beautiful friends, it's America from Motion 44 YouTube channel. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Please subscribe to my channel. Matt, 61, has been estranged from his twin sons Zach and Jeremy, both 32, after refusing their offers to buy a portion of the sprawling 143-acre farm. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal his ex-wife Amy, 60, filed an annual report in January 2023 to keep her business R Pumpkin Products, ANC, active. The company, which she launched in 2016, sells pumpkin salsa, BBQ, and other types of food products. The address for the business is Roloff Farms, as the items are likely sold during pumpkin season. Amy is listed as the president of the business, while Matt remains as the secretary. For the 2022 pumpkin season, Amy was on the farm with her husband, Chris Marek, greeting fans and working despite her ex's feud with their twin sons. Amy sold off her portion of the land after their divorce, as she transferred 32.28 acres for $975,000 on August 13, 2020. In June 2019, Amy sold a portion of the farm property to her ex-husband for $667,000, RadderOnline.com reported. Matt and Amy bought the farm in 1990 when they first got married for only $185,000. The Little People, Big World star has been in a nasty feud with his twin sons, as they were unable to come to a financial agreement over the selling of the farm. On Little People, Big World, Matt refused his sons' offers on the property. The rejection ignited a rift between the pair, which Zach has talked about on the show. He said, "The north side is the 30 acres my mom and dad shared, and the whole thing was weird." He starts making excuses. Suddenly me and my wife are not good enough to run the farm. Whether we don't have the money, don't have the skill set. The argument has further caused a divide among the family, as Zach opted to take a step back from his duties at the farm. Zach and his wife Tori made the decision to move from their Oregon home to their new $1 million abode in Battleground, Washington. The TLC star's twin brother, Jeremy, made a similar move, as he purchased his own farm with his wife, Audrey. Jeremy previously put in an offer on the property, which Matt also did not accept. Audrey wrote on Instagram around that time, saying that not buying the farm was the death of a dream. Fans suspected at one point that Matt and his ex-wife Amy's youngest son Jacob will take over the farm, as he is photographed there often working alongside his father. Matt put 16 acres of the farm up for sale for a whopping $4 million on May 12, including the main house. He took it off the market in October 2022 and put the main house up for rent. Reported, the patriarch has put measures in place to keep control of the farm even after his death. In a bargain and sale deed exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun, Matt transferred parcels of land from Matthew J. Roloff to Matt Roloff Living Trust for a sale price of $0 on June 24, 2022. The parcels of land include 15.68 acres, 16.60 acres, 91.56 acres, and 19.97 acres, making the total 143.81 acres. Beverly Hills attorney Adam Michael Sachs exclusively explained to the U.S. Sun why the reality star would transfer the farm to a trust. The attorney explained how the trust could come in handy amid Matt's feud with his twin sons. He said, "The trust can make a plan to maintain the property until he dies, or give it to the kids, or give it to whoever. They have to do what the trust says. If your father is not married and passes away, his kids can just split the property. But if he makes a will, he can say, 'I don't leave anything to my kids.' If he doesn't want his kids to get it and puts it in a trust, the kids can't fight over it. It's whatever the trust says. If he didn't have a will or trust, it would go to the next relatives. If he has a will, he does what the will says. When you set up a trust, you do need to spell it out. A trust could also protect Matt legally, as Michael explained. This can be for legal lawsuit liability reasons. If you're a doctor and your patient sues for malpractice, if you have a multi-million house in your name, they can take it from you. So you put the house in a trust. The trust is a separate entity, it's holding it for you. If you lose a lawsuit, they can't go after the trust. It protects you from liability. The trust becomes the owner of the property. Matt recently revealed he is currently building a home on Roloff Farms with his son Jacob that took 5 years to plan. Exclusively revealed details on the new home that he will likely live in with his longtime girlfriend Karen. The building permit obtained from Washington County Court in Oregon for a residential house was issued on February 15, 2023. The home will boast 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. The abode will also feature an attached garage, covered porch, and deck. Matt's girlfriend refused to live in the main home, as he lived there with Amy, who he was married to for 27 years. They also raised their 4 children in the home. Can't stand the heat. Little People star Amy Roloff's husband gives honest opinion about her cooking, as she makes different tasting dishes. 60 took to Instagram on Saturday to share a clip from her Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen segment. At the start of the video, the reality star had already finished cooking her new recipe, chicken and dumplings, and ushered her husband to try it out. Chris, 60, sat down at the island inside the kitchen of their $589,000 Oregon home for the taste test, which was served to him in a large white bowl. Amy admitted she wanted her husband to take the first bite because she was afraid of the outcome. After Chris got a mouthful in, he paused as he prepared to give his thoughts on the meal. "Don't be too harsh with me," Amy begged, anticipating his critique. "So, my favorite dish growing up was my grandma's chicken and dumplings," Chris recalled. "Hers was kind of a white, creamy sauce. This tastes totally different," he continued as his wife, looking nervous, listened. "But this is very good because you've got a lot more flavors going on here. I mean, with the seasoning and the vegetables and everything, this is a totally different chicken and dumplings than I'm used to. But I love it," the 60-year-old explained. Relieved by the feedback, Amy smiled and replied, "Good." Chris continued to praise his other half, saying, "I like all the extra flavors. I like the ingredients." The video went on to show Amy demonstrating the step-by-step process of creating the recipe. She captioned the post, "Chicken and dumplings is one of my favorite things to eat. I think of it as a cousin to chicken pot pie. So how could it not be delicious, right? The gravy has fantastic flavor, the dumplings are fluffy, and there are tons of veggies and herbs. It's the perfect comforting meal to make this weekend. The recipe is up on my website now, the link is in my bio." Despite Chris' help in the kitchen, it was reported earlier this month that Amy snubbed her husband from her company. Exclusively obtained the 2022 annual report for Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen to keep her business license active. Amy's business partner, Lisa Dixon, is listed as the registered agent, while the LPBG star is listed as a member. Missing from the annual report is Amy's husband. Chris appears in a number of Amy's cooking videos, as he often tastes her dishes and provides his honest opinion. Amy did not immediately respond to the U.S. Sun's request for comment. The news comes after Amy included her ex-husband, Matt, on her business license for Our Pumpkin Products, Incorporated. She filed an annual report in January 2023 to keep Our Pumpkin Products, Inc. active. The company, which she launched in 2016, sells pumpkin salsa, BBQ, and other types of food products. Its address is Roloff Farms, as the items are likely sold during pumpkin season. Amy is listed as the president of the business, while Matt, 61, is listed as the secretary. For the 2022 pumpkin season, Amy was on the farm with Chris, greeting fans. However, Fans have been speculating that the couple, who married in 2021, are having marital issues. In one of her recent cooking videos with Chris, fans believe their body language was off. One person wrote, "No eye contact at all. Are you all ok?" Another responded, "It's obvious they're not happy." A third commented, "I see how Amy continues to talk over her husband. Amy, take a lesson in patience. Let Chris speak for a change." Amy was married to Matt from 1987 to 2016. They share 4 children, twin sons, Jeremy and Zach, 32, a daughter Molly, 29, and a son Jacob, 26. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss out on any of our latest videos. Today, we've got some super exciting news to talk about, and it's about none other than Amy Roloff from Little People, Big World. We've all been following her journey for years, and now it looks like she's about to share something big. That's right, we're talking about her upcoming announcement regarding twin babies. Yes, you heard that right, twins. So, what's going on with Amy? Is she expecting twins? What does this mean for the Roloff family? Stay tuned, because today we're going to break it all down for you. But before we dive into the juicy details, let's take a quick look back at Amy's journey and what led us to this big moment. Amy Roloff, star of Little People, Big World, has been a fan favorite for years. Viewers have watched as she navigated the ups and downs of life, from her marriage to Matt Roloff to her eventual divorce. Throughout it all, Amy's remained a beacon of positivity, warmth, and determination, constantly sharing her life with fans. Despite facing challenges, Amy's life has always been full of love, and we've watched her family grow. After her divorce, Amy's relationship with Chris Merrick blossomed, and the couple eventually tied the knot in a beautiful ceremony in 2021. Fans were thrilled for Amy, who had been through so much but found happiness again. The couple's journey has also had a big impact on fans, with many expressing their joy for Amy's new chapter in life. But today, it seems that Amy has some even bigger news for her fans. Okay, now let's get to the big news. Just recently, Amy teased a major announcement on her social media. She posted a picture that got everyone talking. The caption was short and sweet, but it left fans absolutely buzzing. "Big news coming soon," she wrote. Naturally, her followers went wild with speculation. Some thought it could be related to a new project, maybe a new season of Little People, Big World, or perhaps a partnership with a brand. But others started thinking, what if it's something more personal? Could Amy be expecting a baby? And not just any baby, twins. And guess what? It seems that the rumors are true. Amy has officially announced that she and Chris are expecting not 1, but 2 babies. Yes, twins. This has sent her fans into a frenzy, and we can't blame them. Twins are always a surprise, but for Amy, it's even more exciting given her age and life circumstances. Having gone through a difficult divorce, and later finding love with Chris, this new chapter in Amy's life is a testament to resilience and hope. Throughout the years, Amy's journey has been full of twists and turns, but there's always been one constant: her love for her children and her family. Amy has always been incredibly open about her feelings, and it's clear that this new pregnancy is an emotional milestone for her. She and Chris have always talked about wanting to build a life together, and now they're about to expand their family in a big way. This announcement comes as a huge surprise, but also feels like the perfect next step in Amy's life. We've talked about having more kids, and I really do feel like there's something special about starting this next chapter with Chris. We both want to build a family together. So, how will this announcement affect the Roloff family? Well, for starters, we know that Amy's kids from her previous marriage, Zach, Jeremy, and Molly, are all very close-knit. Zach and Tori have a young family of their own, and they're often seen sharing their lives with Amy and Chris. But adding twins into the mix, it's going to be a big change for everyone. We've already seen how excited Zach and Tori are about their own kids. Their youngest, Lila, and their son Jackson love spending time with their grandparents. Now, with Amy and Chris expecting twins, we can expect lots of adorable family moments to come. Can you imagine how adorable those Roloff family gatherings are going to be with even more little ones running around? It's definitely going to be an exciting time for everyone involved. And while we don't know the full details yet, we can't wait to see how this new addition to the family will be incorporated into Little People, Big World. Of course, the news has sent fans into a complete frenzy. People are so excited for Amy and Chris. Here's what some of them are saying online. Fans are thrilled for the couple, with many expressing their excitement and offering their congratulations. It's clear that Amy's positivity and warmth have made her a beloved figure in the hearts of so many. So, what's next for Amy and Chris? Well, with twins on the way, we're sure that their lives are about to get even busier. Amy has always been a hard worker, balancing life on the farm, family obligations, and her own personal endeavors. But now, with 2 more babies joining the family, it's going to be a whole new adventure. We can't wait to see how they navigate this next chapter. Whether it's on Little People, Big World, or in their personal lives, it's clear that Amy and Chris are ready for this new challenge. And we'll be here every step of the way, keeping you updated on all the latest news. So, what do you think about Amy's big announcement? Are you as excited as we are to see her become a mom of twins? Drop your thoughts and congratulations in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on Amy, Chris, and the Roloff family. Zach and Tori Roloff reveal what they miss most about filming TLC show, and if they'd return to TV. Zach and Tori Roloff are looking back at their time on Little People, Big World after making their official exit last year. I don't know if we necessarily miss the show, because now we're sharing our lives on our terms, which is a gift. Honestly, Tori, 33, said on the Wednesday, February 5, episode of Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Volo's self-titled podcast. We can kind of control the narrative of what is shown, especially with our kids being involved. We can choose what we share with them. Both Tori and Zach, 34, shared that while they don't miss the filming aspect, they do miss the connections they made behind the scenes. Zach starred on the TLC series, which premiered in 2006, alongside parents Matt and Amy and siblings Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob. The show followed the family as they ran a farm together in Oregon. Zach ended up meeting Tori as they worked together on the farm. The pair tied the knot in 2015 and have since welcomed 3 children: Jackson Kyle, 7, Lila Ray, 5, and Joja Luke, 2. In February 2024, Zach and Tori announced they were exiting Little People, Big World while they were happy with the decision to leave. Zach acknowledged he had mixed feelings about whether he could see his family making a return to TV at some point. It's tough too. There's these certain days where I'm like, oh man, maybe we could do it. But then instantly you remember some things that did annoy you at the time, whether valid or not, or you didn't like it. He reflected on Wednesday. You have to remind yourself sometimes, why did we step away? And then there could be days when you wake up and have too much coffee and you're like, we could do this again. One thing Zach does not miss is doing the confessional interviews for the show. I have a hard time when I say something and then have to repeat it, because all of a sudden it brings on a new meaning, he said. When I say, it's actually not a big deal, but now I feel like it is becoming a big deal. Tori echoed similar sentiments and explained that she struggled having to discuss conflict on the show despite resolving the matter prior whenever there was a conflict, and then 6 months later, you're over the conflict, whatever happened has been resolved, we've moved on, she recalled. 6 months later, you're still talking about this conflict. That was always really frustrating. Tori noted that when conflict with her husband made it on the show, she and Zach had a hard time sharing their issues since they're both private. We are not public arguers even by nature. If we have a conflict in public or while with friends, we do a look and we'll talk about it later. It's never in the presence of other people, she explained. It's always handled very privately. When it turned to like, you guys gotta argue about this, Zach and I are not actors. We looked at each other and it was like, this is awkward. Since their departure from reality TV, Zach and Tori have been looking to see what's next for them and their family. The twosome expressed interest in keeping fans updated with their lives through online platforms. I think in the new age with YouTube, it is hard now to go back to a reality TV model, Zach said. 'Cause you can control your own media now and get just as many views. Little People, Big World. Zach and Tori Roloff share early relationship memory when they stars align with those who have tuned into Little People, Big World since the beginning. Know there was a time before Tori Roloff became one of its main players. Most recently, she and Zach Roloff dished on an early relationship memory when the stars aligned for them as a couple. During the February 5 episode of fellow TLC stars Jinger and Jeremy Vuolo's podcast, Zach and Tori offered a behind-the-scenes look at dating as a reality star. Jinger, née Duggar, asked the couple, who have been married since 2015, if they were able to spend time together and get to know each other before having to announce their relationship on TV. Tori shared, it was kind of perfect because they weren't filming at that time. During the sit-down, Zach explained that he and Tori basically had a year outside of LPBW to establish their relationship before she ever appeared on the show. Her first episode was in November 2011, I want to say, he detailed. So we meet October here, 2010, and then January is the first date. And then her first on-camera experience was that November. Score big savings on furniture, home essentials, kitchenware, patio sets, and tech. I think the stars aligned, and meeting at a time when we were on hiatus that helped the situation, Zach told Jinger and Jeremy. So we had that whole summer to hang out and get to know each other. And so there wasn't that pressure today. Zach and Tori are going on 10 years of marriage and share 3 children. Jackson, 7, Layla, 5, and Joza, 2. They announced in February 2024 that they would not return to LPBW after season 25, which wrapped up that April. Little People, Big World's Audrey Roloff divides fans with controversial parenting take. Audrey Roloff weighed in on a super controversial parenting topic in a recent social media post, and fans had mixed reactions. The former Little People, Big World star took to Instagram on Thursday, February 6, to share a video of herself with her youngest child, baby Marabella, sleeping on her lap. Why are we so obsessed with sleep training in America? Roloff asked in her caption. Maybe it's just what the algorithm is feeding me right now. But it's crazy to me the obsession we have around babies sleeping, the mother of 4 continued. It's usually the first question someone asks you when you're in the newborn phase, so are they sleeping through the night yet? Why is this such a thing to be achieved? They are babies. Their needs don't stop at bedtime. They will learn to sleep eventually, but right now they need us. Roloff went on to say that while it may sound crazy, she thinks that the more you can accept that caring for your baby through night is something that you get to do, not have to do, it becomes less of a burden and more of a joy. God grows your capacity and somehow multiplies the minimal hours of sleep you do get into energy sufficient for the day, she wrote. If you're sick, a mama in the sleepless night season, your mindset is everything. For me, accepting the season has helped me to walk in it with peace and energy that surpasses understanding. Roloff's followers were divided on her take, with proponents of sleep training defending their point of view. We just stop shaming parents for doing something that helps the whole family. We sleep trained both of our older kids, and we were all better for it. We plan to sleep train our new baby too, but if that's not for you, that's ok. We just like our sleep and rest around this house, and that's ok too. One person argued everyone should do what is best for their baby and their family. A second commenter agreed, adding, "It's not fair to make generalizations since every family and baby is unique." Personally, in a home with 2 working parents, we had to sleep train. I work in healthcare, and getting a halfway decent amount of sleep is necessary to make sure my patients get the care they need. That worked for us and for our daughter. I have good friends who didn't sleep train, and that's what worked for them. To each their own. Some people were on the same page as Roloff, however. Just here to say that seems like a lot of working moms are saying they have to sleep train. Working mom here who doesn't sleep train. No shame if you do, but for me, it wasn't what's right for us. So no, not all moms who work outside of the home sleep train. Someone pointed out he needed this. Baby is 10 days old, and everything is so targeted towards do this right now. We struggled for 6 years to get pregnant. It's ok if she needs me at 3 a.m., another Instagram user chimed in. In addition to Mirabella, who was born in May 2024, Roloff and her husband, Jeremy Roloff, share 3 other children: Ember Jean, 6, Bo James, 4, and Radley Knight, 2 little people. Big World's Zach Roloff reveals dad Matt's surprising job before TLC fame. Zach Roloff may have made his TV debut on the reality series Little People, Big World, but he's now revealing that his father, Matt Roloff, was no stranger to production cameras when the TLC series premiered in March 2006. While appearing on a recent episode of fellow TLC alum Jinger Duggar and her husband Jeremy Volo's podcast, the 34-year-old made a surprising admission about his dad's career, sharing a little-known fact about the father of 4. "My dad was an Ewok in battle for Endor and Star Wars. Return of the Jedi," Zach shared, shocking even the podcast hosts. "That's amazing," they said in unison. A sentiment also shared by fans in the comments of an Instagram post featuring the clip. Hone wrote, "Who knew? That's awesome. That's so cool," a second gushed. "No idea," another confessed. "That's so cool." Jeremy's face when he found out Zach's dad was an Ewok is the most epic reaction in the galaxy, one more quipped. Popular retailers are kicking off Black Friday with discounts on home, kitchen, outdoor, and tech. Matt's career wasn't the only subject of discussion, as Zach and his wife, Tori, also dished on how they really feel now that they're out of the world of reality TV. During the sit-down, they dished on whether they would ever think of returning to the industry, since walking away from the series last February. "I don't know if we necessarily miss the show," Tori, 33, said on Wednesday's episode of the Jinger and Jeremy pod, noting that with the couple's transfer to social media, they can now share their lives on our terms, which is a gift, honestly. She and Zach, who have been married since July 2015 and share 3 kids, Jackson, Lila, and Joza, told the Counting on alum and her husband that they like having more power over what they share. Who can kind of control the narrative of what is shown, especially with our kids being involved, Tori explained. "We can choose what we share with them. I think in the new age with YouTube, it is hard now to go back to a reality TV model," Zach added. "'Cause you can control your own media now and get just as many views." No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.